Howdy, one and y'all. PCK here coming at you. We're the Pop Culture Kings. Guess what we're going to talk about today? Pop culture. We're going to pick 6 movies that we feel influenced pop culture within the last 40 years. You know, 5 of them are from me. 1 of them is from him. The one that I don't agree with is bullshit. I'm kidding. But wait, we're going to have fun talking about it. You know, look, a lot of movies have influenced pop culture over the years, but we're talking about movies that had a monumental effect on pop culture.
Yeah, basically all the nerdy stuff that we love, that's what we're focusing on. That big changes between, I don't know, cinematography, we got special effects, especially special effects. Last 20 years, plus years, special effects.
Well, last 40 years.
40 years, but...
You got to go back to... As we go through the years, you got to go through numero uno. That would be Jaws, 1975's masterpiece that introduced us to Steven Spielberg and gave us still what is probably one of the greatest posters in the history of man. Okay? Dude, come on!
Yeah.
Come on! Jaws was also the first movie to earn over $100 million domestically. It was also the first summer blockbuster. Industry was like, wait a minute, people go to the movies during the summer? I think they went on vacation. No, people that can't afford to go on vacation, which was most of the country. Yeah, they like to go to movies. Jaws had a then record opening weekend. Opened on 400 screens, which was gigantic at the time, and it had a then record of $7.1 million at the box office that weekend. Which was, are you kidding me? This can't happen. And that entire summer, that movie just played and played because movies did that back then. Jaws was still in theaters. It came out in June. It was still in theaters in October. So yeah, Jaws changed how the industry saw summer movie going, and hence the summer blockbuster was born, starting the career of Steven Spielberg, and the industry was off to the races. Then in 1977, little movie called Star Wars happened that rewrote the book.
Whoa. Star Wars?
God!
I don't think I ever heard that one before.
Oh wow! He went there. He went there. There are lots of roads he could have taken. He took the one most used. Wow! Yeah, way to go, Mr. Original.
Although little known movie called Star Wars, but yeah, I don't know what it's not.
Look, I didn't take it to an obnoxious level. Okay, I just had a little quick here. Then you just whole spiel. Like wow, he's doing a whole skit. Lovely, but Star Wars changed the game. It's like, wait a minute. Not only was it a summer blockbuster, not only did it make ridiculous sums of money, it sold merchandise. Wait, what? Movies can sell toys? Movies that didn't have Disney in the title could move a little bit of merchandise?
A little bit of merchandise?
Yes.
So it was like $30 billion since 1977.
Star Wars became an industry unto itself. And with Star Wars was born the franchise. The Hollywood franchise. Yes, Bond was going strong at that time, but Bond didn't do what Star Wars did. Bond didn't sell ridiculous sums of merchandise. Bond's, orchestral album, soundtrack, wasn't number 1 on the charts. Star Wars kind of changed the game, and it, toy sales, the franchise building, when The Empire Strikes Back became that rare sequel that didn't suck balls. And then he closed it out with Return of the Jedi when there was so much hype on that movie that people are like, I can't wait to see it. People are camping out to see it. It had a record-breaking $23 million opening back in 1983, which was sickening. Okay, today that would be equivalent to about a $80-90 million opening.
Yeah.
Considering how many people went and saw it. Maybe not that high, but high enough. And so, yeah, Star Wars changed the game. And a year after Star Wars, we had another movie called Superman the Movie. And people are like, wait a minute, you can make a serious movie about a superhero? That's not stupid? Because you have to understand at the time, when we thought live action comic book movie, people thought Batman. People thought 1966 Batman.
Oh, God.
Pow, wham, splat. You know, yeah, they were entertaining for kids. You know, they were kids shows.
The shark repellents.
Yes, bat shark repellent. So, when director Richard Donner set out to do an all-star cast with Marlon Brando and Jane Hackman and Ned Beatty and Glenn Ford and Terrence Stamp and Trevor Howard and all these big-name stars, and he had this little unknown kid, Christopher Reeve, who played Superman. They played it straight. I mean, today the movie seems hokey, but in 1978 that was a big deal because, you know, the tagline, "You'll believe a man can fly." Dude, I was transfixed.
I remember watching that when I was a little kid. I was blown away by that movie. That movie, you know, I grew up on those movies.
Yes.
Those movies were awesome. I mean, that's all we had back then was those movies until Batman came out, but still, Superman is just a little different from
Superman
Batman.
opened the door.
Yeah.
It opened the door. You could do a serious Hollywood movie on a comic book and have it not be dumb. Okay.
I mean, the special effects, I know, look a little cheesy now, but
in 1978, those were very cutting edge.
Yeah.
Very cutting edge.
Even when I was a little kid, man, it was like, how did they make him fly? And, you know, even when he did when he saw the scene where he flew away, then it pans over to him.
Yeah.
And he opens the door. It's like, I was like, how did he fucking do that? He had to tell me how they did that.
Yeah.
You know, even to this day, it was like, that's a pretty badass scene.
A lot of that stuff still works. I mean, it looked, I mean, you got to understand, 1978, but when it happened in 78, that was cutting edge. That was on point. That was like, whoa, people were blown away. And this could happen with a superhero movie. Like, wow, it was a serious take on the character, and it was successful.
It was very successful.
It was successful. Which leads us to, you know, 1989's Batman.
He said it with such conviction.
1989's Batman, a movie that was built purely on hype. To this day, I've yet to see a movie more hype than that one. That movie was everywhere for a hardcore 6 months. When that first initial trailer dropped in November of 1988, people were buying movie tickets just to see the trailer and getting up and leaving after it was over. Dude, that was unheard of. I mean, yeah, it would happen occasionally, but dude, this is by a big margin. Lots of cities were experiencing people buying movie tickets just to see the Batman trailer, then leaving. Okay, you know, the movie had a then record nearly $41 million opening. Dude, it just, that movie opened the door for the industry to use things that they're still using to this day, where the trailer, the posters, where the hype became almost just as, if not more than important, the movie itself. You know, because even now, when a disastrous trailer could really fuck your movie up.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely true.
You know, like with Ghostbusters, again, that trailer, I mean, landed with a complete thud, and it completely took the legs out from under the marketing in terms of the movie now. People are like, they're not looking forward to the movie because it's a bad trailer. And it's just, I mean, it's almost like the Transformers movies. Those trailers are so much more awesome than the movies are, but the trailers keep suckering us in that this is gonna be a good one. This one's gonna be awesome because that trailer was the tits. This was gonna be awesome. Guess what? It wasn't, and it still makes $1 billion because their marketing is on point. Okay, 1989's Batman opened that up because, dude, once Michael Keaton was cast and the big uproar over that, then once Jack Nicholson was cast, then once, I think he was actually cast first, then when people started seeing images float, I mean, because Tim Burton was kind of away from all the hype because he shot the movie in London. So he was away from all things that was going on, everything that was going on in America. So when the first trailer hit and people saw how dark it was and how gothic it was, and you know, all of a sudden, the hype machine kicked in. And, dude, you couldn't go anywhere without seeing you couldn't go anywhere without seeing the Batman show.
Didn't they get like 400,000 hate mail or something like that?
500,000
500,000 hate mail for Michael Keaton.
for Michael Keaton.
Batman.
Yeah.
And he turned out to be one of the best, not only for just to be Batman and Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
He played them both perfectly.
Yeah, like Kevin Smith said, you know, Michael Keaton got cast before the internet, and even then the internet was mad. But that movie was just all about the hype, because you know a lot of people loved it. Some people were underwhelmed by it. They're like, "Oh, it's a great series of images. It does a lot of things differently. You know, Batman kills, like he does the Ben Affleck one, which apparently sucks because of it. Michael Keaton kills, Joker kills his parents. I know, spoiler alert." You know, there's a lot of things that Tim Burton that just kind of completely screws the pooch on, but the stuff that works really well. Like the look of the movie is really awesome, you know. And Tim Burton got to be Tim Burton when he did Batman Returns, because that was a Tim Burton movie. That's 100% a Tim Burton movie.
Yeah, because I definitely like how those two are nice and dark. And Batman's a darker character, and those movies are very dark. I mean, the third and the fourth one definitely stepped away from that. But
because
the first two were.
The second one didn't sell toys. That's why they switched gears, because wait a minute, people aren't buying our Penguin Happy Meals? No, they're not. No. So, and with the Batman movies, I mean, you gotta understand, before the Nolan movies and Batman Begins started, those movies were built all purely on hype, on who's the bad guy, who's the villain, the look of it, you know, the nipples, you know what I'm saying? You know.
I remember the controversy of the bat nipples. I'm
Yes.
like, who cares?
Yes. But dude, no bad publicity is bad publicity. Everyone's talking about you. You know, those movies all did very well, except for Batman and Robin, which effectively killed the franchise, which still had a big opening then. Was that $42 million or something? I mean, it was one of the bigger openings that summer. It's just that the movie was so bad that it just, after that first week, it completely collapsed. And therefore, Batman was killed for a while. Yeah. But, what else? What have we talked about? We've talked about Jaws. We've talked about Star Wars. We've talked about Superman. We've talked about Batman. Oh, we'll talk about 1993's Jurassic Park. Remember that movie?
Oh, I do remember that movie. It's sad to say, though, I did not see that in the theater.
I did.
I was just a little kid. I remember seeing Casper instead of that one, but I was only like 12, 13 years old.
And Casper was actually 2 years later.
What's that?
Yeah, Casper was in 95.
Wait, what am I thinking about then?
Jurassic Park was in 93.
Huh. Oh, well, I was thinking about something else. But...
Yeah, because of Jurassic Park, Terminator 2 Judgment Day opened the CG door. It kind of put the CG effects revolution on the map, you know, but
Jurassic Park
was the one that knocked her up and put a ring on it. Okay, Jurassic Park was the one that said, "Guess what, bitches? We're here to stay." Yeah. Okay, that completely changed the face of everything.
Yeah, I remember seeing the ILM special. They showed about how something like they showed the stop motion stuff. It actually looked pretty good.
Yeah, it was gonna be the best go motion that was ever done for a film, and once Dennis Muren came in with the CG test, everyone's like, well, we're not doing that. We're going to do the CG route because, good God, look how awesome it looks. And to this day, dude, the T-Rex scene, the T-Rex attack scene, is still one of the most awesome in-theater experiences I've ever had. Because, dude, that opening night, well, it was actually the preview night, people were getting up and leaving during the T-Rex scene because they were so freaked out about it. I'm sitting there like, this is awesome. This is awesome. It's like Steven Spielberg made Jaws on steroids. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my Lord. That movie was... and, dude, again, without Jurassic Park working, Forrest Gump doesn't happen the way it happened the following year.
Yeah, the special effects and stuff like that.
You know, when they were trying to make, there's more CG. And because of Jurassic Park, CG became an overused tool in some cases, but it became it made it so that your imagination was kind of your only limitation. Like, wait a minute, I can do anything I want. And now the CG's come a long way since '93, even though the effects in Jurassic Park still hold up.
Oh, yeah.
You look at a movie like Jurassic World and you just kind of take for granted that, yeah, these CG dinosaurs look real. You kind of take it for granted now.
Oh, yeah. You definitely take it for granted. Not too far along ago, you had the stop motion guys.
Yeah.
The King Kong.
Go motion, yeah. Yeah. People like it, because of tradition, this, that, or the other. But, when I was a kid, I never bought it. I'm like, oh, that looks, kind of okay. But when I saw Jurassic Park, I'm like, this is awesome. That dinosaur looks like it's really fucking there. Dude, that is awesome! So CG was a big, big shift. And we segue into the chief recipient of the CG explosion was 1995's Toy Story. Please, sir, enlighten us on 1995's Toy Story.
I actually remember seeing that in the theater. I actually went with my class on that one to go see that one. But, it was first of its kind, fully CGI. What was that one they did, the first little CGI one with the Bumblebee? What one was that?
Oh, I forgot what it was called, but ILM had done it. And I believe ILM did. I don't know if they did. ILM had done a CG short. And I think Pixar had done one before they did Toy Story. Toy Story was the first
fully
CG, fully rendered CG feature. And I don't think that was as jarring to the industry because the industry was pretty much prepared for it, because after Jurassic Park, you kind of saw the writing on the wall. And the studios kind of prepared for it. But Toy Story basically showed everybody, yeah, we're on the right track. This is why we're doing it. And it looks awesome. We had a great story to support it. And this is the wave of the future. I mean, it definitely. It didn't completely kill traditional animation. It just made traditional animation more archaic.
Well, I mean, most of the movies you see now, except for like Japanimation and stuff like that, and stuff on TV, it's almost all CGI.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I remember too. At first, I didn't like it. I was like, I'd rather see animation because I think it was up till Finding Nemo. Finally, it was like, okay, this is better. But I was still like Lion King and all that stuff. I was still fighting for animation.
The Lion King is still my favorite all-time Disney movie to this day, regardless of anything else I've seen. The Lion King is still numero uno. But with what really got me on the CG animated train, I thought Toy Story was good. I wasn't blown away by it like a lot of people. I thought it was okay. I loved the second one. I thought Bug's Life I thought it was cute, but kind of like you, the movie that really blew me away from Pixar was Finding Nemo. Because when you see it in the movie theater and that whole underworld comes to life, you're like, fuck me, this is awesome.
Yeah,
this is awesome.
I have it on. I have it in 3D, and
because he has a 3D television.
Yeah, it's just the fish just float. Everything.
By the way, he has a 3D. He's like, by the way, I have a 3D television.
I'm just saying,
I'm that guy.
It just looks freaking amazing. It's really impressive.
Finding Nemo looked fantastic.
Just for even the story could have sucked. Just looking at it was just breathtaking. I think that's the same reason why Avatar sold so much. It just it
looks awesome.
It's so good to look at.
But you could traditionally animate it because would we still like Toy Story if it was traditionally animated? Yeah, because the story's so good. But there are movies that have to be CG because of the experience of seeing them on the big screen, like a Finding Nemo, like Monsters Inc. was really awesome on the big screen, or look, The Incredibles could have been a traditionally animated movie and still been awesome, but again, watching it in CG was cool. But something like Wall-E has to be CG.
You get that whole depth, speciality space and all that stuff. Yeah.
And Ratatouille and But again, most of these movies could have been, traditionally animated. They still would have been awesome. It's just, the CG adds another element to them. Because, like, when even the non-Pixar movies, like with DreamWorks, with the Shrek movies and the How to Train a Dragon movies. I mean, again, all that is spawned from not that Toy Story did it, that Toy Story was so successful. If Toy Story would have come out and nobody wouldn't saw it, the CG, the whole explosion of CG wouldn't have happened.
Oh yeah, definitely just died right then and there.
Hollywood isn't anything as if. Well, Hollywood is anything. If they see a trend, they beat it to death until it's over. Okay, like westerns, they got the care of westerns for decades until they were finally ended. The '80s action movies, the Matrix, the Bureau of the Matrix, and the whole stop motion. Not stop motion. What the hell? Bullet Time.
Oh yeah,
the whole thing with Bullet Time. Beat that to death. Look at all the superhero movies we have now. I mean, look, they're like, look, we're gonna beat this fucker to death until we've killed it at least 100 times. When there's absolutely no movement whatsoever, then we'll move on to something else. But that's just the nature of the industry. But if Toy Story hadn't have been a success, that wouldn't have happened. But since it was such a big success, it was the biggest hit of 1995, just ahead of Batman Forever. Yeah, domestically it was the number one, but right on Batman Forever. But I think what really took them over the hump. Yes, Toy Story was successful, and A Bug's Life that followed was also successful. Toy Story 2 became Pixar's first $200 million hit. And it was going to be a straight-to-video release until they realized, well, this story's actually really awesome. Let's do a big screen version. And that movie really showed the industry, not only was it a successful movie, it was a bigger movie than the first one. And so, okay, let's do this whole CG animated thing. But again, in the wake of that, you have Universal's, I forgot what they call I want to say Illuminati, but that's wrong. But with the Despicable Me movies and the Dr. Seuss stuff with the Lorax, and they have the Grinch coming out, and Fox has the Ice Age movies, and DreamWorks with Madagascar, and and the list goes on and on. But again, all that was born from the success of Toy Story. So you can thank John Lasseter and Toy Story and Pixar for all the CG animation you see now. So that's how those movies affected pop culture in our lifetime.
Yeah, so those are 6 movies. One, you got Star Wars. Obviously, half these movies on the list wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for Star Wars. I mean,
all of them wouldn't exist because of Star Wars. Because remember, George Lucas was the one. ILM was the one that developed Pixar.
Yeah,
before they sold it. That was in the wake of the success of Star Wars.
Yeah, Star Wars. I mean, Star Wars is just a straight game changer. I mean, story-wise, especially special effects. I mean, Jaws showed us the summer movies that movies can go all year round now, which is pretty much going to be happening.
Where the summer was your big block, and it gave us Steven Spielberg.
You got Superman, taught us that a man can actually fly.
Gave us superhero movies.
You got Batman.
Gave us hype. Gave us the marketing game as we know it, sir. It's all about the marketing.
Oh yeah,
it's all about money. The movie's even like good. It's all about the marketing. It's all about the marketing.
Then you gave us Jurassic World. Jurassic Park. Mm-hmm. Which just, CGI is now here to stay.
Yeah.
I mean, and then you got Toy Story, which pretty much brought us computer animated or CGI and
CGI animated fare, sir.
Yes.
So yeah, those are just some of the ones we thought we'd talk about, and we're gonna delight you with some really awesome. What do I want to say? We're gonna blow you away with our upcoming video, which is gonna be the first entry into our Mount Rushmore series. Because Mount Rushmore, a lot of people are like, what's Mount Rushmore? Or you ask them, who's on Mount Rushmore? A bunch of white guys. Anywho, The Mount Rushmore series is basically us deciding, okay, who's on the Mount Rushmore of acting? Who's on the Mount Rushmore of directing? Who's on the Mount Rushmore of superheroes? Which is what we're going to do first. But yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm going to dig it because, it gets me talking about movies and I'm a dork. Let's say about this touching me thing, sir.
I was just giving you a line.
Okay, and he still does it. You know what that is? That's white privilege. Like, hey, you're not going to do anything, darky. What can you do? I dial 911. All I got to do is say rape, and that's it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm probably going to edit that out. We'll see.
I dare
So,
you
yeah,
to.
that's... So, yeah, we're going to do a Mount Rushmore thing. We got a lot of other ones we have in mind we're about to do for you guys over the next couple months. And next week is Comic-Con for Emerald City Comic-Con for you, those that live in the Washington and Seattle area. We'll be going there. Hopefully we'll get some videos.
Yeah, he's going to be doing the videos. I'm just going to be walking around geeking out. Because it's my first Comic-Con. I'm an old guy. I'm going to go there. I'm going to have my nerd dig hard. I'm just going to be ready for just take a turn stroking.
We won't do a lot, but we'll just do a couple. Because, I've seen first appearances of Captain America, Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, X-Men. So we get some people there. If not, it's not.
I just want to experience. I just want to go. I'm just happy to go. I'm just happy to be there and to just go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, hopefully I'll have a video for you. If not, whatever. It don't matter. But,
I'll try really hard to care about doing one, but I'll do it. I'm going to be at Comic-Con. I'm going to be at Comic-Con. I'm going to be at Comic-Con. There's only one other place I want to go more than Comic-Con. That's Disneyland. When they open Star Wars Land.
Oh, yeah, we're going to
right
go
on
to
the bucket list.
Yeah, I've never been to Disneyland. I'm waiting for Star Wars. Straight up waiting for Star Wars.
I might even ride Space Mountain because it's going to be Star Wars Space Mountain. Well, it is now, but but I'll probably find a way to pussy up because that's what I do. Like I said, I wear that flag, high and proud. But yeah, so we got a lot of exciting stuff coming up, and the 3 people out there watching, hey, I'm with you. I'm with you.
It takes time to build a fan base. So, well, I think we'll get there.
And if you haven't seen Batman v Superman, I probably ruined it for you, but go see it anyway. The movie is actually really fucking awesome. You'll look.
Judge for yourself, because it's one of those movies that
it's not 29%.
No, it's not 29% Rotten Tomato, but some people absolutely love it. Some people think it was okay. Most people are saying
or some
okay.
people really, really hate it. But again, most of the criticism is on Zack Snyder, so the DC extended universe should still be fine.
Yeah, not a great start to their universe, but we'll see what happens. Marvel's probably laughing it up, but
no, I don't think so. Because I think, when you're number one, you want to stay number one, but you also want the genre to have longevity.
Yeah,
this movie that kind of has to be successful. I'm glad it is. It's just for us to still be making superhero movies 10 years from now, this movie has to be a hit, to help the genre. So, yeah. But we'll talk about that as the time goes, because, look, there's always going to be Batman news until until the DVD comes out. The ultimate kind of, how it was successful, how it was a flop, blah, 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 blah. There's going to be a lot of talk about it between now and then. But it's going to make for some really interesting theater, I think. He doesn't care. He's like, yeah, whatever.
I enjoyed the movie. I don't care what people say, so fuck them. If the director cuts better, I'm all for it.
Well, this is Zack Snyder. I love the Watchmen director's cut. I dug the theatrical version.
Yeah, I love the Watchmen. It was a great movie.
I really dug this, and I'm sure I'll really like the extended.
Yeah, I just think they're a little hard on him. He's not Michael Bay.
No.
Be hard on Michael Bay. Fuck him.
Granted, they did go to the same film school. But he's not Michael Bay.
I'm out. He said the same film school.
Well, they did. Anyway, that is all from us here at PCK. Much love, peace, love, and unity.